Hi, I'm Geoff Dean, your Player Development Director, and today's coaching tip is on how to hit those high, soft pitch shots around our greens. I know that we sometimes struggle to hit those shots that are necessary. They end up going way too low and much too far past the pin. We end up having a very long putt coming back. So today's coaching tip is to help you to hit those soft shots within a very short distance around our greens. So join me out on the practice tee. Let's get right to it.
Today's coaching tip is on how to hit higher chips or pitches around the greens in a very short distance. Many of my students come to me and complain about not being able to hit the ball high enough in a short distance, and especially here at PGA West we have a lot of green complexes where we need to hit a higher shot in a very short distance. And so today's tip is going to be on how do we place the ball relative to our stance to be able to hit that little pitch shot around the green. Most of my students will come at this and place the ball farther back in their stance, and when we place the ball back in your stance, that will actually de-loft the club and the ball will naturally come off a little bit lower than we want. So how do we effectively hit shots around the green in a simple way is ball position. We're going to change it by placing the ball more forward in your stance. So when you go ahead and approach your short game shot, you're going to take your stance, let the ball position be more towards your front foot, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, it doesn't really matter. And then what that's going to do, it's going to enable you to swing the club into the ball, and the loft of the club will activate on the ball, maybe even adding a little bit of loft if we place the ball a little bit more forward than normal. So the setup is going to feel where, like my chin as a right-hander is to the right of the ball, but either way, if you're left-handed or right-handed, you're going to feel like your head and chin position is slightly behind the golf ball, and the ball position is more, say, toward just to the left of your belly button. Okay. From there, we're going to make your normal pitching motion back and through, and that ball should pop up in the air a little bit better. Let's take a look at this from a slightly different angle, and I'll show this to you one more time. So showing you this shot from a different angle, we want to re-emphasize placing the ball more forward in your stance for this pitch shot around the green. When we oftentimes play this ball back in our stance, what we're doing is we're de-lofting it. The ball will naturally come out a little lower. That's not the shot we want. As you can see here, as I hit the ball and make a normal swing, the ball comes out a little low, but around the greens here at PGA West, we want to be able to hit the ball a little bit higher in a shorter distance. So what we are essentially doing is we're going to place the ball more forward in your stance. Your head and chin are going to be behind the golf ball, so that at the moment of impact you are maximizing the loft of your club. Now granted, I'm also using my most lofted wedge, which in this case is a 60-degree wedge, but when we place the ball a little bit more forward in our stance, that's actually turning that 60-degree wedge maybe into a little bit more loft than that, and the ball gets up a little bit higher. So when I set up to the golf ball, I want to make sure that the ball is more forward in my stance. I'm tilted slightly to the right, and my head position is behind the ball, and then go ahead and make your normal stroke, and the ball gets up a little bit higher in a shorter distance. So ball position is a big factor in hitting the ball in trajectory control. So if you want to hit a pitch that's just a little bit higher in a shorter distance, place the ball forward in your stance, make your normal pass to the ball, and let's see how that turns out. I'd love to get your feedback on this tip or any other. Feel free to contact me at gdean@pgawest.com. Have a great day.